welcome back to Little Red's Homestead. This is Little Red. Good morning. It's early here and it's like 45 degrees outside. It's really nice. A little cold. I got my blanket though, so I'm good. I'm ready. This morning, or today, I wanted to talk to you guys about Ostara. It's been a really busy week. I've been planning this video for a while and I'm just squeezing it in there. I had got my phone a little wet earlier in the week and it's cracked in all sorts of places. So one of the things that happened was moisture got into the lens of the camera, and so there's been like a foggy film over the lenses for the last day, 2 days, and I was super bummed because I was like, man, I've got this video I want to shoot, and I'm gonna have my weekly garden update on Friday, and it's finally mostly dried out. The backside is still got some. Excuse me, Missy, that's not for you. Get on out of there. Hey, Gypsy, go tell that chicken to get out of there. Sorry about that. So here I am. I'm gonna try and knock this out. It's not gonna be as good as I wanted it to be, but it's okay. I'm gonna get the gist of it out there. So we're talking about Ostara. Ostara is the name of a German goddess, or I think her name was actually like Ostar, but the name comes from the German goddess of fertility of the earth. It is also the spring equinox, so it usually falls between March 20th and March 23rd. This year it is on March 20th, the day after my birthday. So I'm pretty excited about that. I always enjoy celebrating Ostara because it's the beginning of spring and it's also my birthday week, so it's always a good time. I'm not doing anything big this year, but we have the spring equinox. So the equinox, for those of you who don't know, is when day and night, or light and dark, are in balance, equal. Equinox, easy way to remember. There's another equinox in the autumn. So Ostara, I already said that. Ostara symbolizes the fertility of the earth, right? Everything is growing and blooming and turning green. I hope, at least where you are. It is where I am. Everything is blowing up and it's wonderful. Lilies are gifts that those courting would give for Ostara. So with the, here I am, I'm holding the coffee but I haven't drank it. Okay, so eggs are a symbol that you see while in spring, because eggs are a symbol of rebirth and a fresh start. This probably comes from in ancient times, from the fact that the chickens are starting to lay more eggs, right? Like all of my chickens are starting to lay eggs every single day. So the eggs are abundant, and so they're a symbol of rebirth and a fresh start. For those who are interested in the god aspect of Ostara, the god moves in a cycle. This is just like another symbolism for the wheel of the year, kind of. And when we get to the spring equinox, the god is a young and playful god. He's like a child. He's a trickster. And that is why we celebrate April Fool's Day. The goddess at this time is a maiden of spring, so a young girl. There is a tale that I am going to recommend everybody listen to. I didn't want to retail it today. I didn't want to retell it because I think you can find it retold much better elsewhere. I don't know the story well enough to tell it. You can look up the tale of Demeter and Persephone. That is Persephone, and Demeter is her mother. So the colors that you might use or see on your Ostara altar, or even, you know, decorations around your house, etc., are any colors that you'll see in nature. This is true for every Sabbath. The colors that you see in nature right now are pinks, blues, purples, greens, yellow, and I see a lot of whites. But everything is starting to pop up, just even the tiniest little flowers. So on your altar, you want to keep it fresh and simple because it's spring. Like think spring cleaning. You don't want to clutter your altar with all the things. You want to keep it fresh and simple. Clear it out, make room. Some of the things you can use is rabbits, eggs, fresh flowers. Rabbits are another symbol of Ostara, and as you can imagine, they also represent fertility. Let's see. Now I have a list of activities to do with your family or your friends or whoever you want to do it with. By yourself, for all I care. Do what makes you happy. So the first one, and this is one of my, it's always a good one, but watch the sunrise and watch the sunset. And I don't mean that like watch it while you're playing on your phone. I mean like put it down, go and sit and watch the sunrise and watch the sunset. Really be a part of it, right? Wreath making I thought was fun, and you know what? If you haven't been to the Dollar Tree, this is not sponsored, but if you have not been to the Dollar Tree, they have some amazing things for so cheap. For $1. I picked up some. My cats are chasing each other. You can see them just a little bit. Sorry, excuse me. It's first thing in the morning, so my throat's all, waking up for the day. So wreath making, you can make a wreath. I found these little wire circle things that I want to use. Maybe on Saturday I will on Ostara, but I haven't done anything, guys. I've written all this stuff down on my paper, but that's about it. And read a lot of books. It's just been busy. I actually have been spending so much time in the yard because the weather's nice, and in Texas, you don't know when it's not going to be nice no more. It's gonna be hot and even worse, humid, like before we know it. So I've been just kind of like out in the yard working, mostly picking up leaves. We have so many leaves, and as much as I would love to leave them on the ground, I want to pick them up this year. This is our first year in our house, so I want to pick them up, kind of give everything a fresh start. It will give me an opportunity to cut back some of the stuff that is overgrown and choking out the things that, you know, I might want to see more of. But that is not what this video is about. Let's see. Color eggs. That's something everybody thinks about Easter, right? It's all a lot of correlations. You will find that a lot in a lot of the different holidays that you may have been celebrating your entire life, and the pagan holidays or the Sabbats, and it's because paganism and the equinoxes and the celebrations of the equinoxes have been around for since longer than Christianity, is what I'm gonna say. So, color eggs. I have not ever done it, but these days there's lots of natural ways to dye your eggs too. So if you can use things from nature, especially if you can harvest them with your own hands from, you know, your own soil or something that you've worked really hard for, that action, you know, the whole act of dyeing the eggs and coloring them is a little more, there's more connectedness there. There's a little bit more that goes into it, and it feels a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So something else I read was decorate trees with plastic eggs. And as much as okay, so I didn't even want to include that one because I really don't want to encourage people to go out and buy plastic eggs. Especially if you're going to throw them in the trash. If you're going to go out and buy plastic eggs, I just ask that you put them all in a bag and save them again for next year. Just continue to reuse them or regift them to someone else who's going to use them, or use them to make musical instruments, which is something else we're going to talk about. So I just wanted to give a warning, or not a warning, but that's just my own little thing. You can bless your seeds for the garden because it's time, and you can start planting your seeds. At least a lot of people can. Okay, so bless your seeds for the garden, plant your seeds for the garden. I actually saw a really fun thing in one of the books that said one of the ways you can cast your circle with your children, if you're including your children in the circle for Ostara, and especially if you want to use like your whole yard, is take some wildflower seed and go to each, you know, side and, you know, cast your circle with the wildflower seed, which I thought was really cool because we can always use more of those, right? Examine the balance in your life, because right now is a balanced time. We've got equal sun and equal night. So go and grab that book that you used at in bulk where you wrote down your goals or you revisited goals that you had set for this year, and kind of examine where you're at. Make sure that you're still feeding your soul. Make sure that you are still getting the work done that you need to hit those goals, right? Meditation. Always. Always meditate. Connect with the fairies on your land. I didn't get a chance to look. I don't know much about the fae. And I've definitely been told you don't want to mess with them. But maybe give them an offering or bless their space, or if you know of a little fairy hole, give them a gift. I don't know. That's, like I said, I didn't get to look it up, so that's just what I would do probably. So I talked about instruments with your plastic eggs. You can make egg shakers, which is basically you take those plastic eggs and fill them up with rice or lentils or whatever you have available to you to use that might make a fun sound. And you can tape them up and you can paint them. You can... So make your egg shakers. It's a lot of fun. Think of it like a rain stick. Think of it like welcoming the life back. You're waking up. You're going to dance in your yard to awaken the energy of the land. Just dance. Move your body. Shake your egg shakers. Beat your drum. Whatever you have to awaken the energy within yourself and the land you stand on. Have a springtime treasure hunt was another one. And I actually, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. And so I have a bunch of little plastic gold that I bought from the Dollar Tree. And so I was thinking about using that as part of our treasure hunt. Maybe there will be a reward for the children afterwards, like a smoothie. Let's see. Okay. Those are all the activities I have listed. It was a lot, and I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more that you can find to do. You can come up with anything that you want to do. Do it. Follow your intuition. So, I've got one other thing on this list, and it's hot cross buns. It's a bun with a cross right in the middle, and the cross in the middle symbolizes the sun wheel and the balance of all life. Let's see. I'm gonna look at my other things to make sure I didn't, because I wrote like several pages of things. I read that you can make an altar in the garden for Ostara, the goddess of fertility. I know that chocolate is another big one for Easter and Ostara, and I believe it's because it can be known as an aphrodisiac. So it's kind of in the same category as fertility and, you know. Ooh, this is one that I just saw passed around the internet, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, but I thought it was a really cool thing, and I will probably do it myself. But you can take your wishes, the things and your intentions and your manifestations that you want, and write them on an egg and then bury it in your garden underneath where you're going to plant something, or in a pot where you're going to plant something, and watch your intentions grow stronger every day, right? Let's see. Ooh, that was something else I read. Ouch. And it could be used instead of plastic eggs. I don't know anything about it. I've not done the research, but you can blow real eggs. So from what I understand, you know, like if you say decorate your eggs really nicely and you want to save them, you can blow them out. I believe you poke a hole in the top and you poke a slightly bigger hole in the bottom, because you're gonna need a bigger hole for like the yolk to come out. And you'll blow it out and you'll clean it out, and then you can keep it a lot longer for decorations. Or that does appear to be all the things that I've written down, and I am very excited to share with you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will be coming back in the next day to give you guys an update of the garden. So I love you all. Thanks for watching me grow.